Welcome to Whispers in the Mist, another of Gothic's tales. The mist curled around Gothic's ankles as she stepped onto the forgotten path. Whispers carried on the wind hinted at a town lost to time, where the veil between worlds was thin. Her purpose, to guide lost souls into the light, even at a dark cost. The town of Hollow Creek emerged from the mist, its buildings skeletal against the pale sky. Shadows danced in empty windows, and the silence was heavier than any tomb. Gothic felt the weight of countless trapped souls, their pain a palpable presence. A spectral figure flickered into view, its form barely visible through the swirling mist. It reached out a translucent hand towards Gothic, its silent plea echoing in her mind. This was just one of the many lost souls trapped within Hollow Creek. Gothic reached out, her fingers passing through the ghost's ethereal form. A rush of memories flooded her mind, a life cut short, a love unfulfilled, a desperate yearning for peace. She knew the source of their torment. The old church stood at the heart of Hollow Creek, its steeple broken, and its stained-glass windows shattered. It was here, the ghost whispered, that the town's darkness had taken root. A malevolent energy pulsed from within. Gothic pushed open the heavy, creaking doors of the church. Dust motes danced in the faint light filtering through the shattered windows, illuminating rows of empty pews. The air was thick with the stench of decay and forgotten prayers. A dark presence manifested before her, a shadowy figure formed from the town's collective sorrow and regret. Its voice echoed in her mind, a cacophony of whispers and screams. "Leave this place," it warned. Gothic stood her ground, her violet eyes meeting the darkness head-on. "I am here to help these lost souls find peace," she declared, her voice echoing through the silent church. "I will not leave until my task is complete." The dark presence lunged, its shadowy tendrils reaching out to ensnare Gothic. She raised her hands, a surge of ethereal energy erupting from her fingertips, pushing back the encroaching darkness. The battle had begun. Memories swirled around them, fragments of the town's tragic past, a deadly fire, a betrayal, a devastating flood. The dark presence fed on these painful moments, growing stronger with each passing memory. Gothic focused her mind, reaching out to the trapped souls within the church. She offered them solace, a glimmer of hope in the overwhelming darkness. Slowly, they began to respond, their faint light joining hers. The first soul emerged, a young woman in a tattered wedding dress, her face etched with sadness. She reached out to Gothic, her touch bringing a wave of gratitude and relief. The veil was beginning to thin. One by one, the souls of Hollow Creek emerged, their spectral forms gathering around Gothic. Old men, young children, mothers and fathers, all seeking release from their earthly bonds, the church filled with their gentle light. The dark presence roared in defiance, its power waning as the souls found their peace. It lashed out at Gothic, attempting to drag her into the abyss. She held firm, her resolve unwavering. Gothic channeled her energy, weaving a tapestry of light that enveloped the dark presence. It writhed and struggled, its form dissolving as the light intensified. The town's sorrow began to dissipate. With a final, desperate scream, the dark presence vanished, its essence fading into nothingness. The church was filled with a profound silence, broken only by the soft whispers of gratitude from the freed souls. The souls began to ascend, their spectral forms rising towards the heavens. They turned to Gothic one last time, their eyes filled with love and appreciation. A collective sigh of relief echoed through the church. As the last soul disappeared into the light, Gothic felt a profound sense of exhaustion. The battle had taken its toll, draining her of her energy. But she had succeeded. She stumbled out of the church, blinking in the sudden sunlight. The mist had lifted, revealing a town reborn. Flowers bloomed in the gardens, and birds sang in the trees. Hollow Creek was alive once more. As Gothic walked through the town, she saw the residents emerging from their homes, their faces filled with joy and wonder. They thanked her for freeing them from the curse that had plagued their town for so long. Gothic smiled, her heart filled with a sense of peace. She had brought light to a place shrouded in darkness, and the town of Hollow Creek would never be the same. Her task was complete, but as she prepared to leave, Gothic sensed a lingering presence, a faint echo of the darkness she had vanquished. The cost of her victory was about to become clear. A part of the darkness had latched onto her, becoming a part of her own soul. To truly defeat it, she would have to confront her own inner demons, her own hidden fears. The journey was far from over. Gothic turned and walked away from Hollow Creek, her path leading into the unknown. She knew that the darkness within her would test her strength and her resolve. But she was ready. For Gothic knew that true light can only exist when darkness has been faced and overcome. And she would face her darkness one shadow at a time. If you enjoyed this Gothic's tale, please like, subscribe and comment. We want to keep bringing you more of her adventures, but need to have you subscribed for you can find us.